The 6th of August, Rabbi Moore, Parsha Hashavua with Rashi Devarim. The rabbi is joining.
Okay, and possibly, what's his name?
Raphael.
Yeah, he might join too.
Okay, I'll look for him.
Okay, we just got done with Rabbi Fairman, so.
What is his schedule for? He has a class at 12 to 1.
Rabbi Fairman?
Yeah. What's the schedule?
Yeah, he gets on usually at 12, and we end about 1:45. The latest 12:50.
Okay, and let's see, that's the class that's
That's the Baba Kama.
Baba Kama. So that's 12 until 12:50.
Yeah, about right.
Okay. All right. Thanks. Appreciate that. And do you know his schedule in the afternoon? Do you go to his classes in the afternoon?
Yes, the Ramban is from 2:30 to 3.
Okay, let me write this down. 2:30. Rambam is 2:30 to 3. 2:30 to 3. Rambam.
Okay.
Okay, and Gemara.
The Gemara is Moed Katan.
Oh wow, Gemara is Moed Cotton.
Right, and it's usually from about 4:30 to 20 after 5. But sometimes he goes later, but officially 5:20 because that's when I run off to the gym.
Okay, all right, and the other one was 12 to 12:50 for the Gemara Baba Kama.
Yeah, about that.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, it looks like Rabbi Moore bailed out and now he's trying again.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now,
Here he is.
Oh, I hear him.
I don't know what happened before.
I saw you trying to come in. I said joining, and then it disappeared. So I'm not sure what happened.
Because they said there was some error in the thing. It's a similar thing which I had, was it last week? Whatever, some time ago anyway. So I just tried it and Prima come on again and it was okay. Okay.
We think Raphael might join us also, but I haven't seen him yet.
Okay.
Fine, very good. Anyway, I think it's Maya. I think it's your turn now.
Okay, if it's my turn, let's see where we're holding. Did we finish the Rashi on 3? On Pasuk 3?
I don't think so.
I have like the last.
Yes, yeah. We just had the last ones. You read 3? You were reading 3?
Was it me? Yeah, I think it was.
Right. We just had the last words. No, I think it was actually Rafal, but the meeting ended abruptly.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's right. We got cut off. Yeah.
Okay.
Keep an eye on that, Rabbi. It puts a note.
I know. It says I have to keep an eye at the top over here. How long ago did you start the meeting? Where are we up to now? You don't know. It says the last 10 minutes. It tells you.
50.
We're 5 minutes into the meeting now.
Okay, fine. I want to say, it just says that Yeshua and Shmuel also, and David HaMelech also, they all gave rebuke close to their departure from the world, close to their death. Okay. So you read Gimel. Oh no, it was Rafal read Gimel. No, you read Base, I think, Mayor. Okay, so I think we're back to Lou.
Lou then. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want me to do Gimel?
No, Dalit.
Nadal.
Dalit. Okay, Dalit. Acharei hakoso es Sichon melech ha-Emori asher yoshev b'cheshbon be'es Og melech habashan asher yoshev b'mashtaros be'ed
Ashbrois,
rei.
right.
Okay, so translation is after he had smitten Sichon, king of the Amorite, who dwelt in Heshbon, and Og, king of the Bashan, who dwelt in Ashtaros in Edrei. I have a question. Is Og is a giant? Is Sichon a giant also?
Yes, he's not so famous as a giant, right? But he also played for the Giants as well. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Let's look at Rashi. Acharei hakoso. Amar Moshe. Moses said, "Im ani mochicham." If I rebuke them, kodem sheyikansu liktzei haaretz, before they enter the edge of the land, Yomaru, they will say, Ma lazeh aleinu. What claim does this one have upon us? Ma heitiv lanu. What good has he done for us? Eno va ella lekanter. He's only coming to find fault. The limtso ilah, and to find a pretext or an excuse. She'ein bo koach, for he does not have the strength. Lahach niseinu laaretz, to bring us into the land. Lefichach, therefore, Kim tin ad shehi pil Sichon v'og lifnehem. Therefore, Moses waited until he overthrew Sichon and Og before them. V'ho risham es artzam, and he gave them possession of their land. That is, he gave the Jewish people possession of the land of Sichon and Og. V'acharei kach, and afterwards, hochichan, he rebuked them.
Right.
Okay, weiter.
Yeah.
Sichon melech ha'emori asher yoshev b'cheshbon. Ilu lo haya Sichon kasheh. If Sichon had not been formidable, v'haya sharoi b'cheshbon, but he would have been living in Cheshbon, haya kasheh, he would have been formidable. She hamedina kasha, for this country i.e. Cheshbon, is formidable. Ve'ilu haisa ir hacheres, and if it had been another city, V'sichon sharoi b'socha, and Sichon was living in it, haya kasheh, it would have been formidable. Shehamelech kasheh, because the king would have been formidable.
Or is, right, because the king is formidable.
Is formidable, right? The melech, the king, is formidable. Al akas kama the kama, how much more so would it be difficult to defeat Sichon and conquer the land? Shehamelech kasheh v'ha medina kasheh, that the king is formidable and the country is formidable.
Right.
Asher Yoshev B'Ashtaros. Hamelech Kasha, the king was formidable. V'ha Medina Kasha, and the country was formidable.
That's why he says, it says about the Es Oid Melech HaBoshen Asher Yoshev B'Ashtaros.
Oh, so it's saying the same thing about Og that it just said about Sichon.
Right.
V'Ashtaros. Hu Lashon Tzukin V'Koshi. It is an expression of cliffs and harshness.
What's Tzukin? Can you translate that?
Harshness. Oh, Tukim is cliffs.
Yeah, cliffs. Yeah, correct. It's something, precipices, I think, when they've translated it as.
Oh, yeah. Kamo Ashtaros.
Yeah. Oh, it's a term denoting rocks or anything hard.
Right.
Okay,
Like Ashtaros Karnaim.
right. He's saying, yeah.
But Ashtaros, is that who us to
Ashtaroth Karnaim. This is exactly what you quoted in the line before. This place over here,
is identical.
this place over here is the same as Ashtaroth Karnaim.
Shehayu Sham Rifaim Shehika Am Raphael. For they were Rephaim.
They were, you know,
What?
these were the Rephaim. Was the known giants who are called the Rephaim.
Is a name for Nimrod.
He was one of, maybe he was one of them. No, he smote. Nimrod smote the Rephaim in Ashtaroth Karnaim.
Right. It says
Yeah.
Amraphel smote them, and I said that Amraphel is another name for Nimrod.
Correct. That's absolutely correct.
Shne Amar, as it says, Vayaku es Rephaim be'ashtaros karnaim. And they struck the Rephaim at Ashtaros Karnaim. V'og nimlat mehem. And Og escaped from them, i.e., from the Rephaim.
Not from, yeah, it means he was one of the Rephaim and
Right.
he managed to escape.
He escaped, so he didn't get killed.
Right.
Vahu Shene Amar, and this is that which it says, V'yavo hapalit, and the fugitive came. That's the one who came to Sarah?
Yeah,
Says a fugitive came to her about the Akeda.
no, that was something else.
That's
He
something
came,
else.
yeah, that was something else. He came and he told them that Avram Avinu had been in this battle.
Had been where?
Avram Avinu, sorry, he came, Og came to tell Avram Avinu about what had happened, because the point was that they had captured Lot, his nephew.
Ah, right. I remember that. Okay.
Okay, so this refugee, sorry, came,
Right.
and survivor, I could translate it. The survivor came, and this was Og. And the Chazal say about this, what was Og's intention? You know, why was he so, he loved Avram Avinu and Lot so much. The idea was he wanted to entice Avram Avinu into going into battle against Nimrod, and he was sure that Nimrod would win. And therefore, he would then be able to go ahead and marry Sarah.
You know, I've heard that before, and it seems bizarre to me. Og was so big that Moshe jumped up and hit his ankle. So there doesn't seem to be any kind of compatibility between Og and Sarah that they would marry.
Okay, so let me just tell you, you're making actually a very interesting point. But what is interesting is that how did these giants come to be? So Chazal say is that angels had relations with human women, and they produced the children born from that union were these angels, were these giants. So obviously there was some compatibility there. And certainly the giants with regular women was also possible. I don't know how, but there was obviously still possible compatibility.
Uh-huh. I see. Okay. All right. Weird.
Okay, let's do, yeah.
Be'edra'i.
Edrei.
Ed. Well, I have a hierarch under the iron.
Right. Be'edrei.
Edra'i. Shem Hamalchus. This is the name of a kingdom.
Yeah, meaning what Rashi wants by this, tell you, the name of the kingdom, Rashi wants to tell you by this, to say that it was like this was a royal precinct, shall we say. It was, the Ashtoreth was the name of the city, and Edrei was the name of the area, like I call it DC, you know, like having Washington, DC. Okay?
Right.
So Edrei was like the area of where Ashtoreth was, but it wasn't the name of the country. The country was Bashan. Okay?
Yeah. Sounds good.
Okay. Fine. Very good. Let's go on now to Pasuk. Hey. There.
Okay, hey. It says, okay, Be'ever HaYarden, Be'eretz Moav, Ho'il Moshe, Be'er et HaTorah Hazot Lemor. Okay, so on the other side of the Jordan, in the land of Moab, Moshe began explaining this Torah saying, okay, and let's see, we have Rashi, Ho'il. Let's see, Hitchil, began. Kamo, Hinena Ho'alti. Behold, now I have begun.
There, when Avram Avinu was pleading on behalf of Sodom, so he said, "Hine ho'alti ledaber el Hashem." Okay.
Ah. Okay, the next Rashi, Be'er et HaTorah, explaining the Torah. B'shivim lashon pirsha lachem. Oh, he explained it to them in 70 languages. Wow.
Right. Now, this is very interesting because normally one associates translation as a weakening of the meaning of the original text.
Ah, right.
I've got to, you have the original Hebrew, and if I've got to translate it, it's like I've got to somewhat limit the meaning by putting it into a foreign language. It's like, well, it's in the original, I can have a number of different meanings or nuances. As I put it into a foreign language, it's kind of limits the meaning. But here the possible is on the contrary. That is true that the original has the shall we say, the scope to be able to be interpreted in a number of ways, because that's the original, that's the way it was written. On the other hand, very often, if you want to give a certain nuance to the meaning of a verse, when you have in the original language, you may not necessarily be able to emphasize that nuance. But if you translate it into another language, where there may be, let's say, two different words for it in that language. You often find that in English. You have the same word in Hebrew used first, has two meanings, but in English you use one word for one meaning and another word for the other meaning. So by translating it, let's say, for example, into English, you'll be able to should we say, emphasize or pinpoint the differences of the two different meanings. Whereas if you left in the original Hebrew, you wouldn't necessarily be able to pinpoint that difference to the same extent. So I'm saying, so here you see that Moshe Rabbeinu used foreign languages as a tool for explaining the Torah.
Kind of like the way Rashi does it, where Rashi says Old French.
Right. Rashi often does that. It's true, 100%. Okay. Okay, let's go on to Pasuk 6.
Pasuk 6. 6, Vav. Hashem Elokeinu Diber Eleinu B'chorev Lemor Rav Lachem Sheves Bahar Hazeh. Hashem, our God, spoke to us in Horeb, saying, you have had much dwelling by this mountain. Rashi.
Okay, yeah.
Rav Lachem Sheves. This is understood kifashuto, according to its simple meaning, v'yesh,
which means you have stayed long enough. Rav Lochem Shebes Beyorazeh. You have stayed long enough at this mountain.
You have stayed long enough.
Right.
It's time you moved on.
Right. That's it. So that's why the next pasuk says, "Pnu esulochem." Turn around and travel. Go ahead and travel.
Right.
Okay. That's one shot. V'yesh medrash agada.
Yesh Midrash Agada, and there is an Agadic explanation, which interprets as follows: Harbe Gedula Lachem V'Sachar. There is much greatness for you as a reward, and reward. There's much greatness for you and reward. Al yeshivatchem bahar hazeh, for your having dwelt at this mountain.
You've gained tremendous amount from having been here at the mountain. Okay.
Asisem mishkan menorah v'chelim. You made the tabernacle, menorah, and the vessels. Kibaltem Torah. You received the Torah. Minisem lachem Sanhedrin. You appointed the Sanhedrin court for yourselves. Sarei alafim v'sarei me'os. Leaders of thousands and leaders of hundreds.
Okay, so you achieved and you gained a tremendous amount from being there. I've got a note over here asking, if it is such a wonderful place, why are they then told, turn about and travel? Stay here.
Go to Israel.
Ari answers that God was saying that there was no need for them to remain any longer at Mount Sinai, since they had already received all that was fitting to be given them at this stage. Means now they had to move on. The idea was what's the thing is whatever you have.
If you take that answer, you could say, wait a second, but they could learn. They could learn Torah.
So they could still continue to learn Torah on their way, which they did.
But like you said, it's such a wonderful place. Why not stay there and continue learning? Why waste your time traveling?
No, so as you say, obviously the point was that they were supposed to get to Eretz Yisrael.
Right. So I don't like the answer that he gave. I like the answer you just gave better.
Meaning, he doesn't mention Eretz Yisrael, you mean?
Right.
Okay. It could be the chance. What he means is, and this is the idea, why stay? Obviously, the purpose, the ultimate goal was to get to Eretz Yisrael. But the question is, why leave now? Okay? Why was he telling them go turn around and travel on? So the answer is to that is that whatever benefit and whatever greatness they had achieved by staying at Har Sinai, that they had already utilized to the maximum. So now it's time to move on. Okay, I think we'll stop here. There's also a major question which I've asked in a number of times. Why is the order over here? Okay, puts Mishkan, Menorah V'Kelim before the Torah.
That's good.
That was the Torah was secondary to the Mishkan. I'm not sure why. Okay, I don't know. Okay.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow again.
Have a great
Okay. Have a good day, Rabbi.
Be well.
Okay.
See you, Mayor.
Okay. Take care, Lou.